My name is Douglas Thompson. I'm going to be showing you a little trick I discovered. I actually thought about it last night because my bolt catch was no longer functioning when my gun would cycle by itself. I could get it to um, manually engage if I would hold the bottom of the bolt catch and pull the charging handle back, but it would not do it while it was firing, and then when it would fire the last shot. So here's a little trick I just made. As you get, well, actually, let's look at the bolt carrier first. If you look right there, it's pretty round. It's supposed to have like a 90-degree edge like that. So I figured, it doesn't, with an airsoft gun, it only needs to travel a little bit to load the next BB. So it doesn't really need to travel the entire length in order to work properly. So why does it matter where the let's get that flat. Don't tighten that down too much. It's very soft metal. I am wearing eye protection. I think maybe you saw that like 2 seconds ago. All I'm using is a Dremel with a cutting wheel, and I'm gonna try my best to work around this camera here so it looks like it's first person view. I know how much you guys like that. Here we go. Now, before I continue, there's a kind of a line on the side of the bolt carrier. That's what I've been going down to. And it looks like that broke off. So we are going to switch this out really quick, and I'm going to talk and install like this meant to happen. So the cutting wheel broke. I'm about to replace it, and hopefully this will go quickly, since I have them on hand right now. But yeah, so this is for anyone who's contemplating on getting a new bolt carrier when, because if their bolt catch function is very important to them. Now, this is something that can be done multiple times before you really have to replace the bolt carrier. Now, keep in mind there might be increased bolt care or bolt catch wear, because when it goes back to the forward position, it might have a longer way to travel, so there might be more energy transferred to the bolt catch, because there's going to be more of a gap to let it like slip further than it normally would. So I'm not sure if that point is coming across clearly. We're going to continue. I got it on there. And knew that was going to happen. A little bit further. Try to make it as 90 degrees as possible. It's getting pretty close. Okay, now I'm gonna take a knee and get down here so I can stabilize. Give it some more juice. And there you go. That looks pretty straight. So at this point, you're going to want to take a file. I like to use this one because it's flat on this side and then round on this side. I use it for rounding off corners and stuff. We're not going to be rounding off any corners right now, but we are going to be using the flat side. And this is just to get, this doesn't really need to happen. You don't really need to do this, because while it's being used, it actually will smooth itself out. And you just want to make sure this side right here is as flat to the bolt catch as possible. Otherwise, you're going to have really uneven wear. So just try your best to make it as flat as possible to the rest of the gun, you know. You don't want it to... That's getting pretty flat there. I'm going to keep going. Now this is going to make it to where like your gun will positively engage again. Like if your bolt carrier's been kind of finicky and like it'll stick for a little bit and then slip, this is for you. This is also for you. And if you do it right, it doesn't look like it's not supposed to be there. Like if you take this out and show someone, I'm gonna call that good. It doesn't look like it's not really supposed to be there. There's a better image. So make sure there's no rough edges right here, just because the piston travel. But I'd say call that good. We're gonna do I'm gonna reassemble the bolt, and then I'm gonna get back to you on the results. Where's the best angle I can do this from? Okay, there you go. It locks back, which it didn't do that before when I would just pull the charging handle back. It would if I manually pushed the bolt catch. So I'm going to put it forward and fire it. Locks back. Good news, you don't need to buy a new bolt carrier when your bolt rounds out, like I've seen so many people do. I'll show you again that this is the same bolt carrier I worked on. Let me I'll go forward with it. And we'll see, it'll smooth itself out. I definitely cut into the piston, but luckily the piston is like a, $15 piece, so it's not really a huge deal. But it's great to know that if your bolt carrier is having issues, you can fix them. This is indeed the same bolt carrier I cut into. This thing would focus. Come on now. Focus. Okay, so see that? That's the one I hacked away at. But it does work good. So I'm going to try to flatten out a little bit more. And I'm really happy to know that worked. It was just a thought that came to me at night. I'm like, why does it matter if it has to be like right at the very end? It doesn't matter. Like if the bolt only needs to travel like a certain amount to load the BB, it doesn't matter what it does in between. So, I mean, I wouldn't recommend, bringing it all the way back to here, because maybe that'll cause problems for it going really far forward on the bolt catch or something with a lot of energy. But that's negligible. On a real firearm arm, maybe it would be, detrimental, but not so much on this. So cool. I will get back to you. Thank you.